Day one. No. Howdy there. What's going on, guys? Sorry about that. My mind went blank. Um, check my phone. Well, heads up, as it's California. What's up? Well, I'm gonna be reading this. It's gonna be like snippets. And happy Titanic Day. Happy Titanic Day, everybody! Yay! No, we had to clean all this up at the end of the stream. I won't be at my fiance's house 11:40, so that's what I decided to do now. And in some parts of the world, it's already 11:40. So great, stupid. Well, like I said, This is gonna be like a 2-hour stream. It's gonna be from 6 to 8 o'clock. And I already have 109 subscribers already today, babe.
Yes.
109 subscribers. Grew big time for some reason. Like I said, I'm gonna be reading snippets out of this. After the encounter with the iceberg, I'm gonna be reading the most important parts, and then after that, we can discuss if she could have what if situations, what did they all do wrong, just about Titanic, and then after this, probably I'm gonna start uploading ocean liner videos again. I already have, I think, 3 or 4 or 5 ready. I'll probably upload a Carpathia video. Maybe like the 17th when it arrives in New York. But anyway, let's get started. All right. Okay. Chapter 11, The Encounter. 750 miles southeast of Halifax, Nova Scotia. 9/10 of an iceberg mass is underwater. What can be seen of an iceberg is only 10% of its actual size. As the water melts, the iceberg is top-heavy and turns over, exposing the portion that had been underwater. They said just recently that Titanic's iceberg, they think, just melted. I don't know if that's true or not. Unless we can see the paint on the iceberg, we'll never know if the iceberg is still around or not. The iceberg that Fleet and Lee saw ahead of Titanic was apparently one that had recently been turned over, and it was directly in the ship's path. Fleet looked in horror at the iceberg, which seemed to grow larger by second as Titanic steamed toward it at 22 knots an hour, 22 knots. To the lookouts, the mountain of ice looked like a black mass surrounded by a white mist. It appeared to be slightly taller than the crow's nest. Fleet and Lee looked in horror. Oh, I already read that part. Sorry about that. In almost the same instant that Moody said thank you to Fleet, he turned to Murdoch, who had just come from the starboard bridge wing. Moody repeated the Fleet's message and said iceberg right ahead. In an instant, Murdoch was fully aware of the pending disaster. He rushed to the engine room telegraph and ordered the engines to be stopped and reversed. At the same time, ordering Quartermaster Robert Hitchens turned the rudder hard to starboard. Murdoch obviously hoped his prompt action would prevent a head-on collision with the iceberg. And there's been people say that if the Titanic would have hit it head-on, she would have survived. I'm half and half on that. We really don't know. There has been some instances where ships did hit a ship head-on. I can't think of any at the moment, but they said they survived. I mean, look at the Stockholm of the Andrew Doria. She smashed into the Andrew Doria, and she still survived with her bow like crumpled up like little pieces of paper. So who knows? Murdoch did not order the engines reversed. Instead, he ordered them to stop, then go into reverse, which that consumed a lot of time. To reverse the engine while they were running, which is called a crash stop, would have most likely ruined them. So basically, they would have been screwed either way. A modern, though completely perfect, analogy would be throwing the transmission out of your automobile into reverse while moving it forward. At this point, Murdoch was trying to miss the iceberg, not destroy the ship's engines. So basically, it was danged if you do and danged if you don't at this point in time. Until 1928, when the rules were changed, turning directions were based upon the direction of a rudder and would have to be moved to make a vessel go in the given direction. After 1928, the process and command were reversed. So in a similar situation today, the order would have been hard to port to turn the ship to port. So basically, they switched it up. Dang it, babe! I'm freaking covered in paper. Better?
Hold up the paper.
While Hitchens was turning the wheel, Murdoch hurried over to the aft wheelhouse bulkhead to the switches that closed the watertight doors. He briefly pushed the warning bell to provide an alarm for anyone who might be near the doors. Switched on the power, then turned the lever to activate the iron doors. Just above the tank top, far down inside the ship, the 15 directly operated watertight doors began to close. Titanic began her slow turn to port. The ship turned 2 points of the compass, or 22.5 degrees, and it seemed that she would miss the ice. At least Fleet and Lee thought so. The iceberg kept growing in size, but the bow was now pointing away from it. It says 2 people are here, but it's probably my fiance and SS Californian. But like I said, we have another 2 hours. So, with the rudder hard over and the engines flowing first to a stop and then into full reverse, Titanic began her slow turn to port. Oh, I read that. I'm sorry. The huge mass of ice slowly passed silently by the bow, then slid beyond the crow's nest platform. We're on top of the iceberg tower, 25 feet over Fleet's head. There was absolute silence as on the deck as the ice slid past, soon followed by the sound of ice falling onto the deck. Several ice from the iceberg fell on to the forward whale deck, where it shattered into 100 smaller pieces. I hope no one was around it. That would have probably killed them instantly. Some 37 seconds ticked off the clock from the time Fleet first spotted the iceberg until it passed the crow's nest position. Titanic traveled about 446 yards, or 1,338 feet. Titanic had likely been steaming just over 2 knots slower. The encounter with the ice would have been nothing more than a near miss. Maybe Captain Smith would have ordered his ship to stop for the night. Before we read that part, I believe when Captain Smith ordered the ship to go ahead, a half ahead, that definitely sped up the sinking. If they would have stopped, that may have given them maybe an extra 15, 20, 30 minutes at tops, 30 minutes. But when Smith said going ahead, that doomed them even more. There's just so many things that I know that they couldn't have did wrong in this situation. She would have sank anyway, but some of the stuff they could have done, they didn't. So then there's that. The iceberg bumped and scraped its way along several hundred feet of the forward portion of the starboard side of the ship, as Titanic ran her iron-plated hull along the protruding shelf of rock of hard ice. Sorry. Another hard rock protrusion below the water caused several riveted plates to be separated from their joints, popping the rivets as the hull scraped by. She was still moving at around 21 knots, because not enough of time had passed for Murdoch's silent reverse order to take effect. At this speed, Titanic would have bumped her way along 300 feet of rock of hard ice in about 10 seconds. Blah, blah, blah. Murdoch then ordered the reel hard to turn to port, turn the bow to the starboard or right, in order to try to get the ship port around. Had Murdoch not done this, Titanic's initial turn to port would have caused the hull to be scraped along the iceberg for the entire length of the ship. This may have flooded all the compartments instead of just the first 5. Flooding them would have all just sent the doomed Titanic to the bottom of the ocean within less than an hour. That's why Murdoch is he's a hero in this situation, because even though 1,500 people lost their lives, he did make the right decision. Because there would have been a lot. Titanic would have probably been around, maybe not the Cap Arcona or the Wilhelm Gustloff, but the disaster would have been a lot worse, a whole lot worse. To those crewmen now paying close attention, it looked that the ship was going to miss the iceberg completely. The bow in all had turned 22 degrees to port. Ships, however, are steered by the stern and not the bow. While the bow was drifting to the left of the stern, was still moving toward the right. So basically it was like this. They were like confused. Where do we go? This is why port around order issued by Murdoch was so vitally important. In all likelihood, his quick thinking may have saved hundreds who have otherwise have been perished. So, like I said, he is one of the good heroes in this situation. The weight of the Titanic's sliding across the ice shelf caused the iceberg to tilt toward the ship, which is why there was damage below the waterline, and there were large amounts of ice scraped from the top of the berg, dumped onto the ship's deck, where people decided to play soccer with it. Oh, look, we're gonna die! Woohoo! Let's play soccer. Well, they didn't know that at that time, so I can't say much. It's just funny. Oh, we're gonna die! Let's play soccer. I'm making my fiance crack up over here. I know I'm stupid. The iceberg passed the bridge and disappeared into the darkness of the stern. As it went into the crow's nest, Fleet and Lee finally saw the tip of the white high above their heads, at the top of the very top of the iceberg. 47 seconds had elapsed since the iceberg was spotted. Murdoch had the time logged. It was 11:40 p.m. on April 14th of 1912. Which, by the way, I am going to stay up until 2:20 a.m. tonight. Not on live stream, but I will be watching other live streams about Titanic sinking. So hopefully y'all will see me on there. If you do see me on there, just drop a hey, and remember to share my channel. Murdoch had Titanic will only live for another 2 hours and 40 minutes. 1,500 people were about to perish. In addition to the damage to the steel compartments below the tank top deck and the double bottom, Titanic suffered an basically a bad gash or rippling of the plates, around 300 feet long. It was a half a wide along the riveted seam from 12 feet above the keel. This total area was actually open to the sea, was probably less than 12 square feet, which was enough to allow several tons of water to enter the ship every minute. I know that it's 3 likes, but I want to know who's all in here. If people are still in here, just drop a hey in the chat. The gas opened at the forepeak, number 1, 2, and 3 holds. Number 6 boiler room, and extended for 4 feet into the number 5 boiler room. Titanic was designed to survive flooding the first 4 compartments and remain afloat, or 5 forward compartments with enough time to reasonably effect the evacuation of the passengers and crew. However, 6 compartments were flooding. Although the 4-foot gash in boiler room number 5 was small enough that the engines could pump the water out as fast as it came in. In any case, the flooding of the 5 compartments was more than the Titanic was designed to withstand to remain afloat. So, no matter what they did, Titanic would founder. And I believe that that he'll get his headline, Mr. Ismay. That's gonna look so stupid on the. I don't care. Okay, we only have one person in here right now. Oh well, there's 3 likes. So, depending on where they were at the time, survivors could tell some interesting stories on how the collision felt and sounded. Okay, I want to because we have a lot more to go. So I am going to from now on. I was just doing that for the Sorry, mind block. I was just doing that for just the encounter with the iceberg. Now I'm gonna just take the important parts, and hopefully we'll get most of them done. Because I want to have at least like 45 minutes to talk with y'all. So if anyone's still here at that point, they don't want to hear my rambling. In the first class dining saloon on D deck, several stewards were sitting around the table talking when a faint grinding sound came somewhere deep within the ship. Not much of a jar, but just enough to rattle the silverware that was being set for breakfast the next morning. First class passenger James McGow had the porthole in his stateroom open. As the iceberg passed by, some chunks of iceberg came in. Another first class passenger was having a drink in the first class smoking room. She felt a slight ajar, but not enough to cause him to get up. Colonel Archibald Gracie was asleep in his cabin when which was 6 decks directly above boiler room 6, he felt a jolt. He couldn't hear the faint bump of the giant engines, so he went to go check it out. A ripping sound awakened Miss Walter Stevenson and her sister Elizabeth Eustace. They fully went up to the boat deck after they got dressed. Third class passenger Miss Jamelia Nicole Yawed was asleep and felt a slight bump. Her brother was still asleep, but she woke him and had him investigate. After that, they left the room along with several others to the boat deck. These 2 were traveling without supervision. They had no parents with them. That's scary. That's real scary. I can't even imagine. So you're alone, and your 2 children alone, and then all of a sudden you hit an iceberg, and then you think the ship's gonna sink. So I can't even imagine. So like another passenger was in bed and did not feel anything until the engine stopped running. Third class passenger named Sutherland felt a jar and heard a noise similar to the basket of coal that would make if dropped on an iron plate. When the ship struck an iceberg, Quartermaster George Rowe was on duty high on the docking bridge at the stern, trying his best to stay warm, when he felt a change in motion of the engines. Then he saw what he thought was white sails of a windjammer passing along the starboard side. Another glance showed it to be an iceberg more than 100 feet tall. Then it disappeared into the night. A third class passenger, Miss Carla Jensen, was sharing a cabin with 3 other single women. They all felt a bump. After some discussion, they went to sleep. But then her uncle later awakened them and told them to go up on deck. There was a passenger called Ada Hippock heard someone say they hit an iceberg, so she went out on deck. Oh, hello, Mr. Britannic. What's up? one of the officers told her when she went on the boat deck, "Go back inside. You'll catch cold." Uh, Passenger Lawrence Beasley later said, "No sign of a crash or anything else. No sense of shock. No jar that felt like any heavy body meeting another. Nothing would more seem like an extra heave of the ship's engines and a slight dancing movement of my bunk mattress." According to Miss J. Stewart White in cabin C-32, it was like it was though as we went over 1,000 marbles. Henry Blank in first class, when he was in the smoking room, he said he felt a slight ajar. Someone said that we just raised an iceberg. They went on out into the deck and they looked. They couldn't find it, so they went back in the smoking room to finish their card game. Mr. Daniels said they felt a bump and got up and got dressed to see what was happening. They never went back to their stateroom. Instead, the two smart women, this sounds like my fiance right here. The smart young woman marched straight onto the boat deck and climbed into lifeboat number 8. She would go, "Bye, Kipper, frick this." No kidding. Yeah, she just gave me a death look like, "Oh, okay, I can't tell you what y'all she did. Sorry." So basically what they're all saying is it really depended on where you were on at the ship. I'm sorry about the sun, guys. I may have to switch over because the sun's like right on the camera. So hold on, guys. Oh, I can see myself. Hi. Sorry. Okay, that's not it. That's even worse. Okay. Okay. Better, guys. All right. Sorry about that. We're gonna have to clean that up. Okay. So anyway, don't ask. She done it on my head. Okay. Anyway, basically, what it really depended on what part of the ship you're on, because some people down in first class they barely felt anything, and then on another side of the ship they felt like the whole ship was rattling. So like I said, it really depended where you were. Um, Real quick, if y'all are liking this in the comments below, say keep going, because I know I'm like babbling and junk. So well, it's hard. I okay. Thomas Andrews barely felt the collision and did not know what the problem was until Captain Smith summoned him to the bridge. See, that's where the 1997 movie. As much as I love that movie, they got that part kind of wrong because Thomas Andrews, it says here, didn't barely felt anything. So I don't know if they were like, oh, well now I can't see the chat. You got in the way. Oh, sorry. Oh, that would go away. Offer Pete. Offer Pete. Thank you, Micah. Where is everybody? It's Sunday for Pete's sake. It's the Titanic. It's a Titanic. We're doing a Titanic stream. Where are all my 109 subscribers? I'm just kidding, babe. Bruce Ismay also felt a jolt and decided to head up to the bridge to see what caused it. Fireman George Beauchamp was on duty in Boiler Room 6 when he was told to shut the dampers off in the boiler rooms in order to cut off the air supply. Ezra Hart felt a bump, as did her husband. He dressed and went out on deck. He returned a short time later and told Mrs. Hart to dress herself and Laliva. Moments after the ship struck the iceberg, Boxhall stepped onto the bridge in time to see Captain Smith arrive to address Murdoch. "What have we struck?" An iceberg, sir. I hard accelerated and reversed the engines, and I was going to hard a port around it, but she was too close. I could not do any more. I have closed the watertight doors. The watertight doors are closed. Have you rung the warning bell? Asked Smith. Yes, sir, was the reply. Smith and Murdoch walked around the starboard bridge ring and looked aft to look at the iceberg, but it already disappeared into the darkness. Smith told Boxall to go down below and check on the passengers and crew down in the bow area and to see if there was any damage. Boxall returned quickly and reported that he had gone down a few decks and had seen no injuries or seawater. Since Boxall had only gone down to E deck, he was correct on both accounts. The news was good, but probably triggered a sigh of relief from the captain. Unfortunately, it was also wrong. Boxall's report was the last time in his life that Smith would hear good news. Although Murdoch had ordered the ship to stop and fill astern, by this time the propellers had just begun returning in reverse, so the ship had not begun moving backwards. Chief Bell next reported to the bridge. Smith ordered him to sound the ship, which checked for damages. When Bell left, Smith went into the McCartney office and told Philip and Bride, as Bride later reported, "We struck an iceberg. I'm having an inspection made to tell what he has done to us. What has been done to us. You had better get ready to send out a call for an assistance, but don't send it until I tell you." I have writing problems, so I can't write that much. That's okay, bud. Sorry about that. I just want to know where my 109 subscribers are. That's what I want to know. Okay, after that, okay, Smith returned to the bridge to arrive with a carpenter, John H. Hutchinson. The news was not good. The ship was taking water fast. He told him that right here that the mailroom was flooding, so that was bad. Captain Smith ordered Boxhall to return for another tour. As he was leaving, Ismay and Andrews showed up on the bridge. After conferring with Ismay, Smith sadly made a boo-boo. Smith sadly ordered the engine started and the ship to move half ahead, which made the sinking go even faster. That's yeah. The decision to move the ship was one of the most crucial and perhaps the most crucial. Command spoken by Smith that night. Almost as certainly did most affect the stability and rapid sinking of the Titanic. We have a cat coming. Sorry about that. Yeah, hi, say hi, yay. Come here, Chris. Come here, back here. We will never know what for sure at this point was specifically avoided in the court hearings yet to be held. But the conversation between Smith and Ismay ended with the order by Smith to steam it forward ahead again. Perhaps Ismay was making the decision for him. The forward motion of the ship helped scoop the water and forward into the forward compartments, and the pressure ruptured some of Titanic's tank top decking. The result was a rapid increase in the amount of water that was poured into the ship. See, 15 minutes after he started on his second trip, Boxall returned to the bridge with more information about the damage he had seen. Smith and Andrews also returned from their little personal view of the ship. Smith ordered Boxall to work out the ship's exact position. Ismay said, "Do you think the ship is seriously damaged?" Smith replied, "I'm afraid she is." In the company of Ismay, Smith asked Andrews, "How long have we?" Andrews replied, "An hour and a half, possibly two, not much longer." Boxall worked out the ship's current position. He figured the position was 41, 46 degrees north and 50 degrees 14 west. But sadly, there were some errors in Boxall's calculations. First, Titanic speed was 22.5 knots. Second, it is unknown if Boxall had allowed the 1 knot speed of the current Titanic had been passing through since the last star sighting. The error would have caused many problems with the issue of the position of the Californian relative to the Titanic was debated. Sorry, just one of our cats is playing on the. Vauxhall handed Smith a piece of paper with a position on it. Then he went to the Marconi room and asked Phillips to send out a call of assistance. As Bright would later report, Smith said, "Send a call for assistance. Send the regulation international call for help." Just that, which was CQD at the time. Okay, just 25 minutes after the collision, and after 30 minutes after Sarah Evans on California shut down the wireless system and went to bed. The first call of assistance was sent out by Phillips. It was okay on the Carpathia. Their wireless operator was named Cottam, and it was now 30 minutes after Cottam had planned to shut down for the night, but he was still waiting on a reply from the Parisian. He switched over to Titanic frequency. Hearing nothing after being transmitted, he sent the following message using Carpathia's call letters NPA. "I say, old man, do you know if there's a batch of messengers coming in for you from MCC, Cape Cod?" Phillips, NGY, broke into the car's message. "Come at once. We have struck an iceberg. CQD, OM. Position 41 degrees 46 north, 50 degrees 14 west. Shall I tell my captain? Do you require assistance? Yes, come quick." Duh, tell your captain. Hello. Oh, you're sinking. What do you need me to tell my captain? Do you want me to order a pizza? Yeah. Duh. He grabbed his jacket and ran up to the bridge and reported the message to the watch officer. First out, HDV. They then burst into Captain Austin's cabin without knocking. He told him, "Sir, I received an urgent message distress call from the Titanic. It requires immediate assistance. It has struck an iceberg and it is sinking." "Are you certain?" Rosser said. "Yes, sir." At 12, then he got his ship. The the Carpathia should be at Titanic site in about 4.5 hours, around 4:45 a.m. And she's steamed at a maximum speed of rate of 14.5 knots. You haven't talked with him yet. No. Oh. Trouble. Yes, it was here. 12:05 a.m. on the bridge of the Titanic. Smith, Ismay, and Andrews and some of the officers were discussing the status of the help. In the 25 minutes after striking the iceberg, all 5 forward holds were almost full of water, and the water already disappearing in F deck, coming up to the open stairways from G deck. Down in the mail room, 5 postal clerks struggled to move 3,300 sacks of mail out to the post office on G deck. Finally, when they saw the water, they just gave up. So would I. I'm going to freak this. This sack of crap ain't worth it. Back up on the bridge, Smith gave the order to uncover the lifeboats. Wyatt immediately delegated the work to Second Officer Lighthaller, while Whitehaller went to lifeboat number 4 on the port side and began removing the canvas cover while additional crew arrived. Harold Bride reported about this time that the Carpathia answered our signal. We told her our position. We said we were sinking by the head, and in 5 minutes, Salvador returned and told Carpathia was putting about and heading for us. But sadly, she wouldn't be there. She wouldn't be there for another 3.5, 4 hours. So, on 12:10, that's when Rostron started to get everything ready for survivors, the passengers. I'm not gonna say all he did, but he made preparations. 12:50 a.m. Cottonwood copied a message from Titanic to Olympic, which was more than 500 miles away. See, I knew it. I was telling another guy the other day. I did an Oceanliner group. I can't remember which one it was. I'm part of like 5 or 6 of them. That he said that the Carpathia was. Would you stop? Carpathia or Olympic was 300 miles away. I'm like, no, she was way farther than that. She was 500 miles away. And he said that Olympic could have saved the passengers to her sister. I'm like, how they were not blue ribbon holders. How in the heck? That's when I just stopped. She wasn't the SS United States. She wasn't the Normandy. For Pete's sake, I don't think the SS United States could have gotten to her on time. So, 110. Another message from Olympic. We are in collision with Berg. Sinking head down. Come as soon as possible. Get your boats ready. 1:25 a.m. We are putting women in the small boats. 1:35. Engine room getting flooded. 1:45. Engine room full up to the boilers. This is the last message Kodum would hear directly from Titanic. Who else is here? Leave a comment below, so I know if I'm doing a good job. Meanwhile, Carpathia churned through the crystal clear and cold night air. Carpathia was making 17.5 knots. At this speed, she would make Titanic's last reported position around 4 a.m. For Captain Arthur Henry Rostron, the ship Carpathia, her crew, it was now Carpathia to the rescue. But time was quickly running out for most of the 2,208 souls that are on board Titanic. All right. Cut to 12 on the flight boats. This is from midnight to 2:20. After Smith ordered the engines to stop for the last time in order to prevent from exploding, the boilers from exploding, as they came into contact with the water. The boiler room steam that was vented through the escape valves and the funnels. They did not have public address system or a warning bell to notify the passengers. In order to put on warm clothing and a lifebelt, they ordered. Okay, I'm gonna just skip this right here. They ordered the passengers to report to the boat deck where something warm. Second-class passengers were reported to report to the dining saloon. Third-class passengers did not end up good in this situation. There were most stewards just went in, threw open the cabin doors and pulled their lifebelts off the top shelf where they were stored, dumped them on the floor, and told everyone to get up and put them on. Most third class passengers couldn't speak English. So basically, when the stewards did that, some of them couldn't even understand English. So I don't know why the stewards didn't think that, but like I said, third class passengers back then. The third class passengers back then couldn't. It was They were understand. Yeah, thank you. They didn't understand. They were bottom of the crop. They were like, yeah. Well, yeah, saying like that, but I didn't want to say it like that. But like I said, I hope y'all enjoying this little. Sorry, I was just checking something important. Um, they started loading the lifeboats around the same time. They started like loading the lifeboats around 12:15 to 12:30. Um, some 40 minutes had passed since striking the iceberg. The lifeboats were uncovered, and the officers went back onto the bridge, awaiting further orders from Captain Smith. Lighthauler asked Chief Officer Wild if the lifeboat should be swung out. Wild replied with a single word, "No." Um, at, at 12:25, Captain Smith finally gave orders to swing out the lifeboats and beginning the loading of passengers. Um, at 12:30, a few passengers were starting to begin the mingle around the lifeboats upon the boat deck, but because of the steam, the noise of the escaping steam and the freezing cold was too much for them, so some of them went back in. Okay, if there's steam coming out from the funnels and we're to a stop, don't go back in. They're like, oh man, ooh, it's cold. Well, we just hit an iceberg. I didn't want to go back in. But some of them probably didn't know, because like I said, really depending on what part of the ship, they probably didn't know anything at that point. On A deck, one below the boat deck, or one deck below the boat deck, directly under lifeboat 4, with a small group of some very rich and influential passengers being rounded up by the stewards, and were waiting for the boat to be prepared for lowering. Weird. Um, at 12:40, the horrible sound of the escaping steam finally stopped. I don't know why I'm not getting more views. I hope people are still here. Um, I'm kind of skipping the what passengers certain passengers did because because of time restraints. Um, Lifeboat 7, 1 hour and 5 minutes after striking the iceberg, Lifeboat 7 was lowered onto the starboard side of the boat deck across the entrance to the gymnasium. It was after the collision that this lifeboat was designed to hold 65 persons, but the large was only exactly 28. 28. Really? I mean, yeah, there would have been a lot of people that died still, but most of the lifeboats were not even filled to capacity. Most of them designed to hold 65 people. Some only put 12. 12 people out of 65. That's an extra, that's an extra 35 to 40 people that could have survived. And it said that 30 extra people died. So, look, at 12:45 a.m. on the docking bridge about the poop deck, Quartermaster Jojo has spent the last hour wondering what was going on and trying to keep from freezing. Yeah, he was still on the stern at this point. Oh, well, at least you are, sir. I don't know where everyone else is, but oh well, I'm just doing this for fun. So, airplane going over. Um, I hope you're enjoying it. So, I know I'm rambling, but both shortly after he fired the first, oh sorry, a few minutes later, Boxall fired the first rocket. Each rocket shot around 800 feet, where it exploded with a loud bang and shattered 12 white stars. White star line. Shortly before he fired the first rocket, Boxall thought he saw the lights of another ship in the distance. With his binoculars, he had binoculars. Why didn't they just use his? The rockets were fired to attract the attention of a ship that Boxall had several other officers and crewmen could see in the distance to the north off the port bow. According to Second Officer Lighthauler, we were firing distress signals which exploded with a loud report of a couple hundred feet in the air. Every minute or two of these went up, buzzing overhead with a cascade of stars. Um, Around 12:45, down in Boiler Room 5, the crew had already shut down. Oh, wait a minute. Uh, the extra ship, the ship they saw, they thought was a Californian, but it could have been the Californian, which was much further away, stopped dead ahead, surrounded by ice fields. So they don't think that was California at all. Um, Down in Boiler Room 5, a crew had already shut down the dampers so they would not explode, and if the water reached them, the ship's pumps were pumping out the water out of the room almost as fast as it came in. Um, at 12:50, Steve Baker, Charles Jocelyn, as German or something, returned to his cabin with obtained liquid refreshment and ran to Dr. O'Loughlin, who had the same idea. um, actually, really, um, actually, they said drinking alcohol raises your, uh, gets you drunk, of course, but it also it makes you really, really warm. That's why Chief Baker survived so long in the water because he drank. So that actually helped. And this is the only instance where drinking actually helped. At 12:55, the second lifeboat was launched. It was too far from the starboard side. Although the lifeboat was capable of holding 65 passengers, there were between 35 and 41 people on board. And lifeboat 6 was lowered at 12:55. It was the first boat to be launched off the port side, and it was with between 24 and 28 people. Um, at, at 1 a.m., Lifeboat 3 was launched with another a Lifeboat 3 was launched on the starboard side, and it was lowered between 38 and 40 people in it. Good God. 1:10, Lifeboat 8 was launched 90 minutes after Titanic struck the iceberg, and keeping with Lighthauler's directions, no male passengers were allowed. Yeah, Lighthauler, no men. Murdoch, men and women with some in. If there were extra room and there were no more women and children around, he let some in. So, no less than 6 women left their husbands behind. 2 or more left their fathers. I can't even imagine. God, imagine having to leave your spouse. I can't imagine. That's sad. That seriously is. Like Isidore, Isidore and Ida Strauss. They were married for a very long time, and she was so in love with him that she did not want to leave him at all. I don't know why, but my fiance is throwing all the cats outside. I don't know why. Oh well, it must be cleaning. Um, at 1:10, the emergency lifeboat one with a small 40-person lifeboat on the starboard side next to the bridge wing. There were exactly 12 people on this boat. See, like I said, 12 people. Seriously, 12 out of 40. See, that's what kind of grinds my gears right now. Um, sorry guys, emergency. I'm still doing the stream though. Oh, there's two more cats. Um, at 1:15, to prevent a rush on the lifeboats, some of the single third-class male passengers have been held to their sections of the ship. Meanwhile, the single third-class passengers were released, and they were set up from the boat deck. Nobody showed them how to get there. Many of them climbed up the well deck crane, crawled around the crane's boom, and dropped down a deck from where they made up to the boat deck. Actually, 20 more minutes. Well, it's 1:50 a.m. here in Norway, and it's all right, that's fine. Like that's fine. Um, you're in Norway. Have you ever heard of the SS Norway? Can I help you? Um, sorry about that. I don't know where White Star Line 401 Sir Panda is 10 lazy, but I know they're keep getting late for streams, but oh well. At 1:20, the lifeboat 10 was the forward most of the four lifeboats was located on the port side of the aft section of the ship, and the boat deck was lowered. By this time, 1 hour and 40 minutes later, Titanic had struck the iceberg. Virtually everyone was aware the ship was in grave peril. At this time, Lifeboat 10 was launched. There were no male passengers on board because Second Officer Linehaller's restrictions. Seriously, man. At 1:20, Lifeboat 9 was lowered onto the starboard side of the ship, which was 48 and 56 people in it. Oh my gosh, they finally let it was up to full capacity. It's a miracle. This left room for another 10 or so. Word was passed that no more men were allowed until all the women in the area were loaded. By this time, Titanic had developed a noticeable list on her starboard due to the water entering on that side. The lifeboats hanging on their falls were swinging away from the ship, and it was becoming difficult for the passengers to navigate the gap between the lifeboat and the hull. After the lifeboat was lowered onto the water, it took a while until someone could find a knife to cut the lashings from the oars. Once free, Lifeboat 9 was rowed out about 100 yards. No attempt was made to go back and pick up the others. But for the next hour or so, the crew rowed toward the light of the ship they believed they could see hovering about in the distance. At 1:20, Lifeboat 11 was launched. She was a beautiful ship, by the way. Um, Lifeboat 11, with a capacity of 65 people, was launched with 70 people, with a good mix of second and third class passengers and crew. Lifeboats 11 and 13 were loaded at almost the same time from A deck, with a human chain made up of stewards that were created to pass women and children into lifeboats. At 1:25, after Lifeboat 11 was launched, Lifeboat 13 on the starboard side was lowered between 60 and 64 people on board. I'm just telling you the time on what things I can't read about the other passengers because time restraints. But we have an hour left, so I hope people show up. If not, they'll see it in the video. This will be the last stream I do for a while, probably like maybe 3 or 4 months. Let me grow up and grow in subscribers before I do another live stream. Maybe after I get like maybe 300, 400 subscribers, I'll do one again. 1:25, Quartermaster Rowe fired his eighth and last distress rocket. 1:30 a.m., Lifeboat 15 was the last regular lifeboat launched from the starboard side, side off of A deck. Few of the survivors on this lifeboat led any recollections about the launch. Um, at 1:30, Second Officer Lighthouser reported the Chief Officer Wild came over and asked, "Did I know where the firearms were?" Into the first officer's cabin they went, where I hauled them out still in all their pristine newness, and grease. Lifeboat 12 was launched around 1:30 a.m. with between 30 and 40 people on board. Once again, there were no male passengers on this lifeboat either, because of light hauler. Um, one lifeboat 14 was launched at 1:30 from the port side with about 60 people on board, commanded by Fifth Officer Lowe, who was ordered into the lifeboat by Second Officer Lighthauler. Most of the passengers were women from second class, although there were several from first class and third class. So basically, there was a mixture of it. I'm not getting any more reviews on this. Oh, who's that? Cody? Um, at 1:35, lifeboat 6 was lifeboat 16 between 50 and 56 people were in it. The majority of the passengers were third-class women and children. 1:40, lifeboat Collapsible C was launched. The last of the boats are being prepared for the launching. It is now time for Collapsible C to be launched from the same davits that Lifeboat 1 had been attached to. This lifeboat was only partially full when Quartermaster George arrived, and a call was made for more women and children. Where none were found, the massive men waiting nearby started to move toward the lifeboat. And so Chief First Officer Herbert McGrory fired his pistol in the air twice to scare them back, and it worked. 1:45, Emergency Lifeboat 2. Emergency Lifeboat 2 was on the port side forward with a capacity of 40, which would launch between 19 and 29 or 25 people in it. 1:55, Lifeboat 4 was launched, the last regular lifeboat to be launched off Titanic. This was originally going to be the first one launched almost 90 minutes earlier. It was forgotten by the crew after it was discovered that the passengers could not be loaded from the A deck because of the glass and screen windows that no one had a correct tool to open. Oh wow, cool. Oh hey Tim, Lizzie, what's up? Hey, guess what? We have another hour. Oh, we have another view. Okay, all right, guys. So we have another hour. Right now, we're at 1:55 a.m. I've been speed reading through this. What's up, Tim, Lizzie? After Lifeboat 2 was launched. Oh wait. Around this time. Oh shoot, I missed something. I'm trying to remember what time. Oh, we lost Fear. I'm trying to remember what time the Wallace Harlan and his band got up the Titanic. I can't remember offhand. But I know they were already on deck at 1:30, 1:40 a.m. Um, um, around 2 a.m., 20 minutes left. That's my fiance. Hey. Um, Colonel Archibald Butt. Don't you dare laugh. Colonel Archibald Butt. Yeah, see, there it is. Retired to the first class smoking room on A deck aft, sat at their usual table, and played one last hand of cards while they waited for the end. At 2:10 a.m., Archibald Gracie watched them finish their game, shake hands, and leave. No one to be seen again. They probably went back to their rooms or just waited somewhere for the impending doom. Me, I would if I knew I was gonna die, I would have probably I have a very cute cat. Which one? She has 9 of them. She just laughed. So she heard what she said. Oh, wait, no, just like my boss at work. She has 11 cats. Oh, heck no. I'd kill myself. 2:05 a.m. Now 2 hours and 25 minutes since the Titanic had struck the iceberg. Time was visibly running out. The bow was very well under, and the ship was slipping away. Collapsible D was attached to the davits where lifeboat 2 had been. This was the last lifeboat that had any reasonable chance of being launched. Collapsible A and B were still tied on the down on the top of the officers' quarters. There was no viable way to launch them other than floating them off at the roof as off the roof as the ship sank from underneath them. The good news is that there were room for 49 people in Class 4D. The bad news is there are 1,500 people. I don't know why I'm laughing. I'm sorry. There were 1,500 people still on board. Um, I'm trying, like Tim Lindsay, I told Britannic and whoever else, Sarah's here, that I'm reading through like the passenger parts because one, that makes me sad, and two, um, sorry, my foot itches, um, and two, time restraints. But like I said, if you want to read this book and read it all, it's called 1912 Facts About Titanic. It's a good book. It's where I got most of my ocean liner, my Titanic knowledge. Oh, we have 4 people. Awesome. I don't know who you are, but welcome. I hope y'all stay. Don't leave, please. Um, I'm so glad that the lighting's better now because earlier the sun was like right in my. Oh, they left. The sun was like right in my eyeball. Oh, hey, Titanic Animations. Hi. I hope you have been sharing my channel. Well, my eyes look blue. That's cool. They're green. That's why. I hope you have been. I hope you're subscribed to my channel. And I know I don't have many subscribers as you, but I'm getting there. Okay. Back to the book. We'll have an hour, or maybe like 50, 45 minutes to ask questions and really study in depth on what they should have done. Sorry about this, there's kids. I'm in a neighborhood where my fiance lives. Um, we'll, we're just gonna get in depth with this. Oh, 4 likes! Woohoo! Um, all right, 2:05. Captain Smith went into the wireless room and told Marconi operators Phillips and Bride that their work was done and saved themselves. But both would remain on duty for another 12 minutes, while Phillips sent another message on his way back to the bridge. Smith covered crewmen and every man for himself. Oh, Maximus is here. What's up, guy? What's up, bud? See, now my subscribers were starting to come in. But wait, you know what? I don't know what my fiance doing. She's dancing like this. Um, I'll go over 10 minutes for the stream because I know we have a lot to cover. I don't know if my fiance's even listening to me. She must be listening to music or something. Okay, that's interesting. At 2:10, a steward saw Thomas Andrews in the first class smoking room alone. His armor folded across his chest and his lifebelt lying next to him on the table. One could only wonder what was running through his mind of the builder of the Titanic, the ship of dreams, as he stared at Norman Wilkinson's painting, Plymouth Harbor. He was not seen again. Oh, wait. Oh, happy birthday, Maximus. I forgot. You have a happy birthday, buddy. I hope you have a very I hope you had a very good birthday. My dad's birthday was yesterday, so oh, I also need y'all to give me money. No, I'm kidding. I also need you guys to keep liking my stuff, subscribe. Like I said, this is my last stream of me showing myself. After this, I'm gonna start showing ocean liner vids again. So I hope you're all enjoying my face reveal and all this stuff. I'm sorry about this. My girlfriend likes my beard. Or fiance, sorry. Okay, Wallace Hartley at 210 and Three remaining members of the orchestra, now wearing life jackets, um, began to play their final tune, "Nearer, My God, to Thee," which I think that was played. I don't believe Autumn was played. I think it was "Nearer, My God, to Thee." Because why would they play Autumn? If I was about to die, seriously, I'd be singing "Near My God." Although I already sing that song a lot because I want to be near to Him. But why would you be singing Autumn? Seriously, I'd be, yeah, yeah. Um, I subscribe to you and Lizzie and Micah. Hey, there you go, baby. You got a new subscriber. Now you have four. Woohoo! I have 109 and she has four. She's going, yeah. Hey, well, I didn't think I'd have 109. I didn't think I'd grow that quick. So I thought the most I would get would be like 30. So 109 for me, seriously, is like 11K for Spammels or 41K. Um, he wanted to play it at his funeral, which I'm gonna make sure that "Near My God to Thee" is played at my funeral. She's dancing it. Oh, um, survivors disagreed on which piece of music that was orchestrated. Okay, guys, what do you guys think was played? Do you think "Near My God to Thee" was played? Do you think "Song of the Autumn" was played? Or do you think something else was played? Comment below. Like I said, me personally, I think it was "Near My God to Thee." What do you guys think? Um, dang, what? The only two remaining lifeboats were on Collapsible B on the port side of the roof and the officers' quarters. Collapsible A was on the starboard side of the roof. Titanic was sinking rapidly now, and those who worked frantically unlashed the boats, moved them off the roof. There's a chip in here. There's a chip in my book. What the heck? How long has that been there? Was that a cat? Oh, it's a James Bond. Bond. James Bond. Definitely "Near My God to Thee." Song to Autumn wouldn't make sense in a situation like that. Thank you. Well, why would they be playing Autumn? See, thank you. Was that a cat? Yes. Which cat do you want to see? We have 11 here. Let's see. There's one right there. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. I think 7 out of 11 is in here. Oh no! Lost my place, guys. I'm sorry. All right, guys. I'm gonna be reading "To the Sinking." The rescue is another thing. Oh, I have 5 viewers now. Okay, there's 8 in here with us, and oh, okay. This is an excellent essay by George B. About the music bands. I can't read. Bands played and may have been played. Included that would most likely "Near My God Today" would most likely play. Whether the last song is debated. Are they on Amazon? Oh, oh. This is called Fast About Titanic 1912. Yes, I believe it is on Amazon. Um, I got this off the Queen Mary. That's why they were selling it at the time, and I got the last book. Yeah, see, this is like a Titanic enthusiast. I don't want to say Bible. That's not the right word to say. This is a Titanic enthusiast. Golden treasure. So, all right. Where was I? Oh, oh. 215. Oh, the way they swept over the bridge was also probably claimed the life of Edward J. Smith, which the actor in the 1997 film was just like the real James Smith. They got a good actor. I forgot his name at the moment, but he looked just like him. Seriously. Although many stories have circulated about who supposedly saw Smith in the water. One had saw him swimming up to a lifeboat with a baby in his arms. The bridge is the last place the light hauler saw him, and this is the last credible sighting. In all likelihood, he was probably standing on the bridge wing uh, when the wave crashed over it. Me, if someone asked me where I would have died on the ship, I would say, nowhere. I'd rather live. Done playing basketball. Bernard Hill. Such as creation a good road passing the ways. I believe, in my opinion, I believe the 2012 theory. That I will agree with. Unless they come up with new information, that's probably the most. And James Cameron did it off a testimony from people. Jack Thayer's drawings kind of shows that theory. So, that. Oh, 6 viewers. Woohoo, we're going up, baby. Um, the Ford funnel at 2:15 a.m. The first funnel are the stabilizing wires attached to the various parts of the boat deck. Some were wires that were attached to the far side of the forward expansion joint. At the front of the ship, filled with water, the joint expanded and result tension snapped the stabilizing wires. The forward funnel, from the same one that nearly swamped the Classical B, pushed it away from the ship, tumbled toward the sea as it fell through the port side, crashing the port side bridge wing and killing everyone under it. John Astor was one of them, and so was Fabrizio. Oh, we lost 2 people. I mean, the 2000 doesn't agree with the majority testimony either. Realize wait, I mean, oh, it doesn't. I didn't know that. Thank you. Let's say I, yeah. I just, what are you doing? I just agree with it. I mean, stupid. That's the theory I agree with. I never really agreed with the 1997 one. There was no way a ship can go that high and go, and then the stern can just do that. There's no way. Von Baker, stern rolling the port. Well, like I said, it's better than the stern Bob working like an apple. They also says here that the funnel may have killed also Captain Smith. We may never know. There's no harm in believing in one theory or another. Nobody knows how. The only person that knows is, you know. Okay, guys, we're almost done. Oh wait. Oh duh. Jeez. The last lifeboat, Control A, had also been pushed off of several. Sorry, I can't read. The last lifeboat, Classical A, had also been pushed off the officers' quarters. A few people managed to get on top of it, while the rest were washed away by the same wave that floated Classical B off the port side deck. Most survivors were surprised to see that this lifeboat survived at all. It was tangled up in loose ropes and cables lying around the deck. Somehow it floated free, and several more people managed to climb on top of it. 2:15. As the stern rose higher and higher, every item inside Titanic, the furniture, dishes, beds, coal, engines, anything that wasn't tied down was starting to go down the ship. Good job, babe. I see your comment. Hi, JP is crazy. Sorry, there's an arrow in my way. Go away, you stinking update. No, not you. I mean, the update. I have a touch screen, so like, go away, update. I didn't make Sarah laugh. The survivors claimed that it looked like the Titanic is now cut in two with a knife. I, I mean, it was. It was right down the part of the expansion joint. I know the Titanic. Thomas Andrews probably died when the ship ripped in two because that's where I think I'm not sure, but I think that's where it broke in two was near the first class smoking room. So that's probably where Thomas Andrews died. I may be wrong. I've been studying Titanic for 22 years, but I took a hiatus from ships that had personal lives going on, so it's slowly coming back to me. Um, and then anyway, back to the book. It says here that most of the furniture, anything that wasn't tied down, came like just ripped through Titanic. So any people that was still in the ship at that point would probably getting killed by all the furniture, and if the drowning didn't kill them, probably the stuff that was coming down knocked them down and probably killed them either way. 2:15 a.m. The three huge propellers towered above everyone in the water. The the adder that's crawled into the people trying to avoid it, and then avoid the they were trying to avoid their end. I can't say it's work because my mic keeps blowing up. Um, at 2:17 a.m., Marconi operator Jack Phillips sent his last transmission. They walked out of the wireless room to the point side of the cabin, stepped into the water that rushed out the boat deck into the cabin. He took it like a man. He's like, you know what? I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. um, at 2:18, the engineers that had remained in the very bottom of the ship while struggling to maintain power for the lights and that sacrificed themselves finally lost the battle and that could not have ever fully won. The lights flickered once and then went out forever. All engineering crew, all 35 of the gallant men went down with the liner at 2:20 a.m. By this time, the ship was almost vertical in the water. Bleh. Um, the portion behind the after expansion joint suddenly split into the keel. The stern, so this is when they split. The stern settled back as the forward three-fourths of the ship broke away except the keel. Within a few moments of the bulk of the Titanic would begin her descent towards the bottom of the sea more than 2 miles away. The remaining funnels broke off as they came in contact with the water. The outer part of the ship appeared broken off from the rest, which was still attached to the keel as the forward part of the ship sank. It pulled the after portion almost 200 feet of the ship upright into the vertical position. It remained there for a few seconds, stationary as the bulkheads began to collapse and she lost her buoyancy. As the stern portion began its final flight into the sea at 2:20 a.m. 5 minutes after the last ball I freaked that climactic ending. 5 minutes after the last lifeboat floated off the ship, and 2 hours and 40 minutes after the iceberg, the RMS Titanic, the world's largest and most luxurious ship ever created by man, disappeared beneath the surface of the frigid North Atlantic Ocean. Um, like I said, I've been reading Titanic for 22 out of my 29 years, and you will never ever wanting to stop learning about her. If you are into other ocean liners like I am, like the Queen Mary, the Normandy, the United States, um, the Lusitania, the Mauritania, the Empress of Britain, etc., most of the time, this this ship right here is what gets you started on other ocean liners. I mean, come on. She's the most famous shipwreck in history. Maybe not the most disastrous, but she's the most famous shipwreck in all of history. Two survivors explained that Titanic broke into in front of the third funnel and the second funnel in between the second and third funnels. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I lost my train of thought. I had a brain fart. Yeah. Like I don't. I never really believed in the breakup. After the breakup, I never really believed in the 1997. One of our cats almost knocked something over. Stupid. Sorry about that noise. Oh, if y'all want to see the biggest cat they have, this is who I call the Titanic of cats. Look how big this sucker is, man. But he's a love bug claws. Um, I call it I call him the RMS George because gee, look at the size of this thing. But anyway, I don't believe in the 1997 theory because they're too high. They're too high. Now, do you all have any questions about that night that I may answer? I know there's 4 people still here, so I mean we have another 40 minutes. So what do y'all want to talk about? I mean, do you want to keep talking about Titanic? Oh, thank you. He is. He's how? Okay. Yeah, because me and her, I do the ocean liner stuff, and she does the rest of our lives. Oh, I know what we can do for your channel. Just daily vlogs about me and you. I want to post that video. Oh, come on. Oh my goodness. That's it. Do y'all want to see the video of Buddy dancing? They already know my name now. They know my real name, so might as well just say it. Y'all want to see the video of him dancing? Okay. I'll post it on my channel. Okay, if you guys haven't seen any of the last videos, I actually made a mistake by revealing my real name. Comment if y'all want to know my real name. I'll be waiting. Uh-oh. Man, I'm getting a lot of shares on that. Oh, by the way, he's 10 years old. Okay. My real name is Kipfer. That's my real name. Kipfer. I am kind of also. Sure. Oh nope. Yeah, I didn't really want to put my name on the my real name on the internet. Oh, we lost a subscriber. No, not a subscriber. Yeah, a viewer. It's okay. But anyway, okay. Anyway, what would you all like to see? Like, what ships would you all like to see? Because I'm gonna start posting ship videos again now that Titanic week is almost over after tomorrow morning. Which y'all will probably see me later tonight in live streams. Y'all probably see me commenting, but what ship do you all want to see? Do you all want to see more White Star Line ships? Do you want to see more French? Like that, because I already have a few that are ready. I have like a Mauritania video, which y'all are gonna love. This is like a rare footage of her, so y'all are gonna love this. Love this one. I have a Conte de Savoy footage. I have United States ready. I have the SS America ready. I have what other ones do I have? I can't remember at the moment, but I have a lot more. So go ahead and comment what y'all would like to see. Okay, baby, can you get George off me? He's starting to. Golly, George. Oh yeah, Lizzie, if you missed it in the beginning, watch the beginning of this stream when it uploads later. You're gonna laugh at my fiance did to me. You'll have a ball. Like because we have a half an hour left. What do y'all want to see? What ships y'all want to see coming up? I want to try to get up to 2. Oh, we lost a viewer. I guess they're getting bored. I think our viewers are getting bored. Seriously. Listen, I'm happy with our I have 109 subscribers.
But
She already uploaded of me dancing, so that's
I have 4 subscribers. Those 4 subscribers, 2 of them are my dads.
well, one is that other girl, and then oh, the lights were on after Titanic broke in half and lasted until she was gone. We may never know that actually. Um, Me personally, I mean, there's been some of Survivor accounts saying that she was her lights went out within maybe like 2 or 3 minutes before she went under, at least. So like, no, not 2 or 3 minutes, about a minute or two before she went under. But like I said, there's been other survival accounts that said that the lights were on. So we may never know that the oh, next year if I can get up to like 500 subscribers, me and my fiance are gonna try to figure out. I mean, unless we're not busy planning the wedding. Okay, okay, it's gotta be 1,000. Okay. Oh no, not just that. I want to play Titanic Adventure at a time. We tried to do it one time on a stream, but the problem was it was the sound. The video and the webcam was fine, although we only could do like 10 minutes of stream, then we had to quit it, and then not like it, yeah. See, we would have to buy like do longer streams, and we don't have the money. So yeah, okay, we're trying to plan for a wedding and we're trying to get cars, so we have a lot of work to do. But anyway, back to Titanic. What was I gonna say? What do y'all think, in your opinion, what they could have done better, other than the lifeboat situation? I know originally they were supposed to have 64. Then they bumped it down to 62. Then they bumped it down to 16 because they were cocky. In my opinion, they were being too cocky. Yes, no White Star Line officer never said Titanic was unsinkable. But when you don't put enough lifeboats on for everybody on board, that's showing cockiness. And to me, they tested God. You don't test God. If it's made by man, anything is sinkable. It can have the most advanced safety features on the face of this earth. Made by man, sinkable. Made by God, aka Noah's Ark, that's unsinkable. I don't know why I'm doing this. Okay, but what do you think y'all? What do y'all think that they did wrong? Seriously, I mean, was it? Do you all think that she could have hit the iceberg head on, like the SS Titan, but the SS Titanic sank pretty quickly. But do you think the SS Titan could have the not the SS the Titanic could have stayed afloat longer, or uh, did you think the Californian was closer than they said it was? Okay, that was weird. If there's still anybody here, maybe just talking to myself. I'll be waiting. I'll be waiting in the comments. Do, 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 do. What are you doing? Oh, I got 4 likes for this stream. I hope people are still here. It says people are still here. Guys are playing with toys. Like that, I would be. Oh, there were many. Oh, there were many survivors who could also see things like a chain on the that eventually went down, which means that the light must have been on the stern. Well, well, probably because if I mean, I don't think all of the lights went out Titanic automatically. There may have been some of the stern deck that probably lasted until she reached bottom, or not by like halfway down, and then they went. All of them were gone. I may be wrong. I'm not sure. I think there wasn't really much they could have done besides the lifeboats. Sorry, it's moving. There's cats underneath the table moving it. Um, there were that could have prevented what happened. There was no moonlight. The watertight doors weren't really watertight. And also, I also heard, I may be wrong, but I also heard that they didn't use the right steel and rivets that they were supposed to because they were. I don't know where I've heard that from, but they didn't use the right type of rivets. They used like a certain type of rivet that wasn't as strong. What did you do? Oh, okay. So we had 7 viewers, and then they went back down to 3. No, it says 3. Where are my 109 subscribers? Like I said, this may be my last stream until I get up to at least 500. I think Titanic Animations left. Well, although he has another, I think she's doing a live stream later. So I know Blue Star Line is too. Anyway, I mean, Olympic had so many mishaps, and I once read that the steel back then was different than modern steel. It was more brittle in the water. Yeah, it didn't expand. They used the right steel. Like I said, Britannic, or like I said, Britannic. That's why I said I wasn't sure. That's what I heard. I didn't really believe it, but that's what I did hear. I'm like, I don't know why Starlight, Harlan, and Wolf use the best steel around. Um, in contrary to belief, building the Titanic, there was a rumor that some people fell into the Titanic's hull and they were too lazy to get them out, so they just left them in there. I don't believe that. I don't believe people were that morbid back then, like they are now. But there's no way. Why would I know people did die building the Titanic. I did know that, but I just don't cat. I just don't think that they would leave a body in the steel or in the hull. That'd be kind of bad and morbid.
Huh?
What? Well, like I thought I'd get more people, but that's what I think most of my subscribers are probably on other streams.
No, watch your video. No, watch your
Yeah, I know.
video.
All right, guys. Seriously, if you guys what? All right, guys.
Okay, seriously.
Sorry. Well, that's just me. I do the same thing at work. You know, if someone makes me agitated at work, I'm like, all right, seriously. One, what the heck? Second of all, I already.
Really, what's wrong?
Okay. First of all, okay, they like okay. I work in maintenance, and and sometimes when they ask me to do 3 things at once, I'm like, okay, seriously, what the heck? Second of all, listen, I love my job. I seriously, I love my job. But it's just like I have a tic disorder. And autism. It's seriously like it's seriously like another like any other job. It had its quirks and it had its downsides, but a job's a job. So anyway, what are y'all's favorite liners? Seriously, what are y'all's favorite liners? And I'll post. It's not my fault. I talk with my hands. Catcher on drums. Titanic. Well, of course, Titanic. How about, what do you guys think about Titanic 2?
The new ship they're building?
Yeah, I think they're building. I froze. Oh, there I am. Yeah, it is.
It is.
Yeah. Um, I think they're building two. Well, not one's not a Titanic 2. One's a replica. They're building in China, and then there's Clive Palmer's Titanic, which originally stupid cats.
What are you guys doing
Uh,
over there?
which was Titanic 2, Clive Palmer, which originally 2012. That's when they came up with the idea, and it's been put off, put off, put off, put off. I know that the Titanic 2, they were coming up in the 90s. Actually, there are two other projects that were going to be Titanic 2, and they both fell short.
Of course, every
Oh yeah, oh yeah, love that Jimmy.
You'll see a boat.
Look, the Titanic 2. It could be like a little rowboat. The Titanic 2. Watch, I bet you $5. White Star Line 401. Sir Panda and random stuff are probably gonna be upset that they missed the stream. Especially White Star Line 401. And sometimes Tin Lizzie would miss it too. She's like, not again. But this time Tin Lizzie actually got here this time. All right, we have 20 minutes. Watch, I bet you $5, baby. I bet you $5. As soon as we're about the end of the stream, WSL 401 shows up. They're like, hey, you made it. Guess what? We're about to end it. But I was Mr. Strange. Well, this time you didn't, but like I said, this is gonna be the last one for a while. Until I reach enough to where until I reach enough to where I get like more people. I'm not saying that I don't love you guys. I do. I seriously do. I love my 109 subscribers. Had 108. One was my fiance, but I love my 109 subscribers. I seriously do. I think why most of them didn't show up because they're probably in other live streams about Titanic. If I would have probably did this like another day, I would have probably gotten at least 20 views. At least. Or would probably this will probably make you laugh. Probably the other 105 subscribers that I have, it's probably just my fiance with her fake accounts. I said most likely the other 105 subscribers that I have is probably just you just made 105 fake accounts. Yeah, see, I made her laugh. I'm sorry, it's like moving. Stop yanking me up and down. I'm getting sick. Well, shoot. Well, yeah, I really thought I'd get more people tonight, but hey, Titanic Animation showed up, so that was kind of cool. Oh, something about some water. Oh, I may end it early because I don't know. Like I said, I know this wasn't a grand affair. I know I don't have the virtual sailor like Blue Star Line, and I know I don't have the greatest graphics that Titanic Animations does. Or heck, I'm not even Titanic Honor and Glory. Who is? But yeah, most likely because although it is 7:40, I I know I like one or two subscribers from Canada.
Excuse you, Gracie?
Sorry, like really attention
Oh,
hog.
that's funny.
It's like
That's funny. I'm pulling up
I,
that
that probably made that probably made them to laugh. I'm a subscriber in Canada. See, there we go. Okay, that was spooky.
Guys, we're under
Yeah,
our
see, that's like freaking rude cat. Like, uh, like that. I know it. That's
Oh, that's a dog.
uh, what's it? I'm gonna start uploading ship videos again, and like I have a lot more coming. I don't know where I'm gonna upload tomorrow or not. This has been, I mean, it has been like that, like wore out some of me. Like it didn't wear me out that much, but I never. I'm been really busy at work. I'm trying to plan for a wedding. So what I may do from now on is I may like upload 4 out of the 7 days, maybe like Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays, and Saturdays. That's what I may do. Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays, and Saturdays. What's today? Sunday? I'll upload tomorrow. Now, okay. Um, like we have 15 minutes left. What do y'all want to talk about? Oh, that's cute. Yeah, probably most of my subscribers are in bed or watching the Titanic movie. Or I know after this I'm having mud. Not the type you get off the ground. My fiance makes this Oreo stuff called mud.
It is crushed up Oreo and um Cool Whip mixed with vanilla pudding, layered, and you layer it and you stick it in the fridge to let it settle. And then you just scoop it out and eat it. You can mix it up or just eat it like that. It tastes so
Question: why are all the cats out here anyway?
good. We're gonna get the other two, Bessie and Andy. They're giving them trouble, so that's why they're out here.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh boy! I bet my subscribers are sitting there bored, going, "What is he? What? What are
They're
they?"
probably watching all
You're all watching the cats, aren't you?
the guys.
Who cares about Titanic? Give us some cats. Well, there's one, two, three,
There's 8 out
four,
here.
5, 6, 7, 8. Yep, 8 cats out here. Well, yeah. Well, like I said, I hope I may end this early because not a lot of people did too. Well, we cat in the background, so sweet. Yep. Like I said, I may end the stream a little bit early.
What are y'all
Okay, some people fighting over there. I hope y'all did hear that, right? That was a loud bang sound. I don't know what that was, but that's okay. That's okay.
doing? Yeah, we might want to end
Yeah. With that sound, do y'all think I should end it right now? Because that kind of scared me. Am I, okay. Are y'all hearing this, or is this me? Did y'all hear that bang sound? Okay. With that note, um, I love y'all so much. For the people who missed this stream because y'all were busy, doing something Titanic wise, or y'all had jobs, or probably one of the cats. I hope it was one of the cats. Um, for those who missed the stream and weren't able to see it, I'm sorry. This was gonna be like 2 hour thing because of Titanic. Yeah, see, um, I hope y'all are enjoying you enjoyed this. I normally don't do this. I don't normally read in front of the cameras. I get very, very nervous and then I mess up. But I hope you all did enjoy it. Next year, what let's next year, me and my fiance, hopefully Wi-Fi that time. You never know if God opens the door. What we may do is try to play Titanic Adventure at a time. The problem with that is the sound don't work that well. So I don't know if we're able just to record the screen and just put our voice in it later or what. I don't know. But I hope y'all really did enjoy this week. Um yeah, okay, sorry. My director's telling me to wrap it up. Okay, real quick, guys. Guys, rambling, yeah, I know.
Something, babe. Say something, baby.
Like this.
Yes.
um
Say something, baby.
um no, I just lost my train of words. Look again, thank you for 109 subscribers. I never thought I'd get up that quick. I thought it would take me a while, but I've always loved Titanic. Okay, with me going out like this, not leaving YouTube, but the stream. I've always loved Titanic ever since I was 7 years old. I'm 29 now. 22 years studying Titanic. I don't get I'm not I'm not getting tired of her. Never will. Um yeah, yeah, just like my fiance with Star Trek. She loves Star Trek to this day.
Just as much as you love Titanic, I love Star Trek, and I've been. I can't really say studying it, but I've been watching it a lot.
Okay, she's in the chat room. I know you two are still here. Lizzie, I know you're too. Tell Micah, it's not a real name, but she don't want her name to. Micah. She don't want her real name to be said right now. Right now. Tell her how much she's going to learn and love studying Titanic. It is just amazing, especially when the new game that's coming out. She wants to play it, so tell her right now how amazing it is to study. Yeah, it's just, baby, you will never stop learning about her. She's an open door. She's a mystery. They're still trying to figure out how exactly where the water went into anywhere. How she exactly sank, because people are gonna disagree to agree on the sinking.
Analyze enough, they will. If they analyze it enough, they really look into it, like how they're doing like Titanic animations and Titanic Out of Glory, how they're
Blue Star Line.
How they're coming. None of them are gonna get exactly right.
The only person that knows how Titanic exactly really sank. Oh, she's is God, correct? Because you can only go on survival accounts so much. I think it's always still going to be guessing. They're always still about it. Even geniuses. Yeah, they are. I know. I know. I know. I know. I know Tom. He's pretty. I have been Titanic ever since I was 6 years old. Like I said, I'm probably the oldest here between the two of you that are still here and Sarah. Oh.
We're both go under aliases on YouTube.
Yes. Sarah.
Our real name is on Facebook and Twitter and Instagram.
So.
Hey, if you don't have Twitter, Sarah.
Mm-hmm. I don't have Twitter. I do. I mean, I don't post anything. Oh, we share Twitter, but I don't. She does Twitter. I mainly do the Facebook thing. We don't have a page, but I am on Ocean Liner groups. I'm pretty sure some of my subscribers aren't on YouTube. I know. Maybe like when we get 500 subscribers, it could be kind of weird to do it now.
Well, just to keep your fans updated. When you're.
Or just do it on Twitter for right now.
I mean, if they want to go and follow
your mom,
follow us on Twitter because we share that, we can let them know then, and we can try to make a Facebook page. What is
Vops?
What's Vops?
Vops. I think he meant oops.
Yeah, oops.
Sorry.
It doesn't matter. Because on this on my YouTube account, Sarah, it was only when you started making YouTube and everything that I could go on there.
But like I said, guys, I never thought in a million years. I think the reason why I have 109 subscribers now is because I've been posting my videos on Facebook. So, like that, I'm probably gonna end this soon. So what? Okay, within the next 9 minutes, what do you want? Oh, and after this video, if anyone's watching the end of this video or the stream, what do y'all want to see? Leave in the comment section below. Oh. If y'all want to see airships like the Hindenburg, the R101, I will upload a time or two about them too. Because I don't love airships as much as I love ocean liners, but I'm still interested in them because they were the ocean liners of the sky. So, all right, guys. Well, I think I'm gonna end it now. So, keep subscribing, keep liking, keep sharing my channel, and hopefully the next stream we do will be the 500 mark. Because if I can get 100 subscribers within a month, airships, okay then. Because like I said, I know the R101, the Akron, the Hindenburg. Because I think that's how I got some of more of my subscribers with my airship videos as well. On my old channel.
There you go.
Okay, well, guys, like I said, I might as well use this time to advertise my Titanic video. I'll be showing it on your. I'll be checking it out. I'll make sure to like it for you.
Yeah. There you go, Tim Lizzie. Subscribe to you so I'll be able to see it.
And I'll subscribe to you too later, okay? Because of this, me and Tara are gonna go have me some mud. That sounds weird. Ew. We're gonna have mud. I'm just so glad I didn't get that weird guy like last time I streamed. Some weird guy came in and said, "You're cute." I'm like, thanks. Okay. I'm like, thanks. My fiance over here thinks I'm good too. Thinks I'm cute too. What the fudge? Wait, hashtag never mind. I can't say that. I can't say that on here. All right, guys. Like I said, I'm gonna end it.
Yeah.
Just comment and
give us ideas.
Our personal lives, vlogs. Because over on her channel, she made a collage of when we went to the zoo. We weren't in it sadly because the zoo and the aquarium videos is the same day where I did a video of that cargo ship and the steam paddler leaving out of the New Orleans harbor. That was the same day. Oh yeah, and the Lake Pontchartrain video. So, all right, guys. Well, I know I'm not great at doing live streams, but like I said, the next time I do it, we should have more because I've gained like 4 new subscribers. Anywho, on that live note, yeah, see, Dylan just started laughing. All right, guys. Well, I hope you all had a good time.
Hope you enjoyed the series.
I hope you all enjoyed the series. I'm going back to shit's videos tomorrow. I'm not gonna edit this stream at all. I'm just gonna let it go on YouTube.
Hi, young lady.
I'm not gonna. She's playing with.
She's terrible.
I'm not gonna edit this. I want the people to see the real me, not edit it out. I wanted people to see the real me. So, okay, director's telling me to wrap it up.
Very funny.
I love you all so much.
Wow.
Thank you for. Yeah. Thank you so much for helping me grow this channel. Thanks for the stream. I enjoyed it. Bye. Bye, guys. Like I said, keep liking, sharing, and subscribing for great ocean liner videos and maybe a little bit of airships too. Subscribe to Micah. Godspeed, y'all. Y'all have a very good night and rest in. Gosh darn cat! Dang it. Good night, guys. Love you.